Wizards of the Coast rapid release cycle is doing its thing. Wilds of Eldraine right around the corner, and the stinker that was Commander Masters is all but in our rearview mirror. But with prices continuing to tank and singles readily available on the secondary market, is it time to finally buy Commander Masters? Well, let's talk about it. Magic the Gathering releases are unique in the sense that they market themselves to a massive community. There are millions and millions of Magic enthusiasts worldwide, and almost every set will speak to a group of Magic players or enthusiasts in some way or another. And Commander Masters aim to target the biggest group and be the most successful set we have ever seen. But as time went on, that did not necessarily come to fruition. And now that all the boxes have done but hit the secondary market, and every single that you could possibly want is readily available, it's time to put aside our biases and consider, is it time to actually buy Commander Masters? So let's take a look at the prices of some of these products, how I believe they are going to sell in the future, and how we are going to feel about them going forward. And then let's come to the analysis. Is it time to pick up this product or is it not? But without further ado, we have to start with the set All-Star. You guys know that I have been big on the collector booster box for Commander Masters, as it is the cheapest way to get a sealed box of this product. Now, yes, I am aware, $169.44, as we see here on TCG Player, it's not exactly a cheap way to come about a product. This is the cheapest sealed box that you can buy, and the sales data that I have tracked proves that the community just wants to open boxes of product. Now, we did a long conversation on last week's Friday Morning Magic live stream about buying singles versus opening product, and why just screaming buy singles into the YouTube ether is not always the answer. Like, our community is going to buy sealed product whether we like it or not, so it does us good to understand what's happening. But the collector booster box has pretty much experienced the same thing that everything in Commander Masters had experienced. And, spoiler alert, a lot of boxes are going to look like this, but there are some subtle differences we have to talk about. The collector booster box, as we see here, experienced an extreme downtrend in price, became readily available, but when we look at the sales of the product, there are tons of these boxes selling every single day. That's right. That means regular enthusiasts like you and me are spending our hard-earned money on this product. Now, this product is a failure from the local game store perspective, right? Local game stores are not making any realistic money off this product, and that is a massive problem. But in the sense that we are willing to pick up a product and how much we're willing to spend, the collector box does seem to be like something that regular enthusiasts like you and I are willing to buy. Personally, for me, with a product that goes as wide as something like Commander Masters, and the collector box giving the opportunity to massive wins, and stay tuned, we are going to talk about the singles in this set briefly, but the opportunity for massive wins or some really crazy losses with some wildly high variance when it comes to opening these boxes, this doesn't seem like a product for me even at the given price point. And I cite kind of that variance, that swinginess, and only needing one copy of a card. So like, if I really want something, hey, secondary market, min-max games, TCG Player, that's where I'm going to pick up that product. But it is time to talk about maybe some of the less popular products, and we can't do that without mentioning the set booster box. Now, I will be fair. I was critical about the set booster box from Commander Masters from the get-go, from the start, but now it is time. I do want to try to place some of my long-term bias aside and evaluate this product at this price. And while this product is something that only contains reprints and can't contain the highest level items, talking about the borderless frame break textured foils of cards that can be only found in the collector booster box, I do think that if I were an ingrained Commander enthusiast, this could represent an exciting product to open. I would have a lot of nostalgia and a lot of emotions for the cards that I am pulling in this product, and at $289, it's extremely expensive, but biased aside, it's much cheaper than it initially was. Heck, at some point, this product was selling for $400, and there was some chatter about, based on the list slot and some back and forth, whether this product was going to reach $500. Now, I never found myself in that camp. Again, I bringing that bias back in frame for a second. I was extremely unsure of this product, but we'll see how it goes. But if you take a look at the sell-through rate, this product, just like the collector box, is selling. There are boxes of this product selling out, but the difference is based on the information that I have tracked. And again, I will do a full Commander Masters update video and probably a comparison video for the channel members. If you want, make sure you check the pinned comment in this video's comment section that you can join channel memberships. You might want to check out that exclusive video, but I will do a comparison about there, but it's selling pretty much like a standard set seems to sell close to its release. So again, not high on this product. Personally, it's not for me, but I could see how as this product comes down with all the packs you get to open, it could become, you know, a pretty exciting experience. Although, like, again, none of this is financial advice, but if you're like, I could get this much value out of the box, I don't know if this is where you want to go. And moving finally one more time to the product I'm probably most excited to discuss, and that's the Draft Booster Box. So we've talked ad nauseum on this channel that TCG Player is not the best place to buy draft booster boxes. Like, it's not the best representation of our community buying draft boosters, because Wizards of the Coast have done a really good job of making the draft booster exactly that. It is for draft. It is meant to play Magic the Gathering, which is a good thing in a nutshell. And that means that when you buy this from TCG Player, you already have to have a pod pre-assembled, people willing to meet up at a location. This is a product that does much better at draft night at your local game store, or friends stopping off or meeting up at the LGS and playing draft. But for that reason, for the theme behind this product and everything we just said, I'd actually be excited to own this product. I own none of it yet. I let you guys know, and I stood by my word. Commander Masters was a product I was going to skip. It wasn't something that I was going to be interested with or engage with, but I might go back on that to pick up a draft booster or two, so that one day I can experience the draft product that everyone in my comment section have been raving about. And if you have a Commander Masters experience that you want to share with me, let me know in the comment section below. So all of these products have gone down, as we see on the graph, have gone down in price a ton, and that's why everyone from the start of this they've been a little unsure of the product. It hasn't really seemed to have a home, and so to engage with the product, most of the community has just yelled to buy singles. Well, I think it's important to then look at the singles in this product and determine, like, hey, is that still something we want to do? And the singles for this product vary so wildly. We have the Jeweled Lotus sitting up here, obviously is the cream of the crop, at around 640 to 45 to 650. This card fluctuates for the textured foil version, and this card, it seems like Wizards of the Coast wanted this to be iconic, but historically we just have not taken to these frame break cards as something that we seek ourselves. They're not something that really moves the needle for us, and this actually does cause concern with Wilds of Eldraine. Now, I'll link a video. If you're still here, you're going to get a Wilds of Eldraine video linked somewhere up here about my thoughts on the set. I'm very excited about it, but historically the textured and special art and the cool foiling is not something that drive us to collect cards out of a set, and the secondary market generally reflects that. But when it comes to playability of Commander Masters cards, well, some of them are all-stars, and you see them represented all over the place. We have your Ur-Dragon, your Ulamog, your Doubling Season, your Fierce Guardianships, heck, even a Crazy Art Cyclonic Rift and Great Henge topping off the peak of this list at, you know, relatively affordable prices. Now, I'm not saying that cards that are $90 or $60 are a good thing, but when it comes to a premium product like Commander Masters, you want to see some of the cards holding this value. The big problem in this set is that some of these cards that are supposed to be extreme chases, something like your Etched Foil Great Henge or your Etched Foil Fierce Guardianships, that you're not going to pull very often. They're going to be hard to come by, and when you do, it should make up a good portion of the financial value of whatever box you can pull them out of. Well, it seems like they have come down a little bit, and they missed that mark just a little bit. Heck, if we look at this Doubling Season, we know there's another one coming right around the corner, and surprisingly, that really hasn't affected the price of this card here. People still want to get their hands on good Magic cards. Like, spoiler alert, everything we say about the secondary market and everything we talk about the value of this product is all thrown to the wind when you do consider, like, we still want good Magic cards. We still want to buy them at a lot of prices that we can get them at. So because of these secondary market values and the fact that there is a really heavy top end with one of the textured foils and then a massive fall off with anything else you hit, we are seeing a wide range of possible values of these boxes, and people looking to pick up singles are even in a precarious position where you don't know what the value of these cards is going to be even tomorrow. And heck, this can all be blown up in an instant. We have talked a lot about the fact that I don't believe that a master set could go on an Amazon dump. That feels like that would be extremely dangerous for Wizards of the Coast. But if it does, can you imagine how many more copies of these cards hit the secondary market and what that looks like from someone looking to buy single cards? All of this is extremely interesting, but we wrap up with knowing that while Commander Masters has experienced a massive decrease in price, it still is a set that, frankly, it doesn't make sense to me. Most of the cards in it are readily available. There are some great reprints that we got in our hands. I mean, we just looked at the Ur-Dragon, and that was a card that was in desperate need of a reprint for our Commander community, but a lot of these cards just are not holding their value. I can get other versions, and with the art not being any different than the other arts across the set, I don't really see a need to jump into this product. So for me personally, it's still a pass, but only you can evaluate how you want to spend your hard-earned money, and that's something we look to do here on the channel. And if you like conversations like this, you like peeking behind the curtain and seeing how our Magic community is interacting with products, I would suggest that you share this video on social media, anywhere you engage with Magic the Gathering conversation, to help us grow our community. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, consider supporting further with channel memberships, and thank you so much just for hanging out and watching the content. I appreciate each and every one of you out there. Until next time, you all know me. My name is Josh, and we will see you around. Goodbye.